Welcome to PeakD&D, where we have all of the fun and nothing bad ever happens.
Never.
We don't get kidnapped by elves after being attacked by spiders. This is what happened last week. We went to the shadowy the haunted forest.
Shadow Forest.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And trudged through there. We got lost. We tried to get back. We woke up on that beach. It was very lost. And then we found a bridge, and then you ran across the bridge, because that's what people do on bridges.
When there are imminent spiders about to attack us.
Imminent spiders, which you triggered.
I told you.
And you slammed into one, and spider fight that we just skated through.
Spider fight!
Spider fight! We
Killed them in their spider hearts.
punched them in their spider hearts. And then we found a treasure chest and sprung a trap, and we got kidnapped by elves, I think.
Elves that told us that they were going to take us to the Oracle.
Back in camp, which both of those sound tremendous.
Absolutely.
And also mentioned
I think we got a ride.
that they thought we might be working for the Shadow King.
Sure.
That's a thing that we're gonna have to debrief on.
That's my actual character.
I was just about to say, yeah, you, Mr. Lies and Deception. Mr. Lies and Deception. Like, well, I'm not going to give him the
my
letter.
actual character.
These guys
good
stole all my
nickname.
money.
Enter the Shadow King.
Great. So yeah.
Did we miss anything?
No, I think you pretty much covered
Alright,
it.
cool.
Save the world, find the Oracle, whatever you want to do. You know.
Home?
Yeah,
Can
so
home be an option?
You are in a net. You are suspended.
Yeah.
You got caught in a trap. And you're dangling in a big, net, very
Like
Return of the
Chewbacca, I got
Jedi
you.
style. Yeah. And you guys didn't go into the trapped area, so you are sort of standing at the edge of this shelter that you were about to set up. And then these four figures showed up and sort of bows drawn, magic at the ready, and they basically got the drop on you. So what are you doing? You're just hanging there. What are you two doing?
Julius, come out. We have company.
He knows.
Yeah.
I would like to argue that we'll come willingly and alive, please.
And-
you mentioned alive or dead. I'd really much rather be alive.
You notice the purple-haired elven woman who has the sort of pink flames at the ready. She walks up to you, like, sort of like, just stares you down.
This is the second time this has happened in the week.
What's up with you and elves,
And
man?
says,
I don't know.
and she looks at you and then up at Julius. She looks at Orrin and she looks up
Hi.
at Julius.
I say that into her mind.
Says, why should I trust three outsiders who have wandered aimlessly into our territory?
Very aimlessly indeed.
Do you get
Even if one of them is
Do you...
a distant cousin. She looks at you and sort of realizes that
Distant...
something about you.
Let's put a pin in that. We came from... What's the land again? The mainland?
The Vatorian Empire.
Yeah.
There's not really a name for the central continent.
We're kind of shipwrecked from the Vatorian Empire because an elven ship came to the Vatorian Empire and picked up a bunch of people.
Did you hear that, Finlow? These three arrived, and there's not a single ship on the shore. Did you find any wreckage when you were searching out there? No, can't say as I did.
That's because...
How are you shipwrecked, my friend? Please,
Sorry.
enlighten me.
Wrong
And she's
term.
sort of like the flames on her hands just glow a little bit brighter.
Lizard crazy people came up and attacked our ship. I'm reaching for something that I'm going to show you. It's no longer magical. It's not a weapon.
Slowly.
Promise. I take out the disc that's not useful anymore.
Mhm.
I was presented this. It's
Her face drops visibly when she sees that. Where did you get that?
She introduced herself as Inara, the Oracle, or soon-to-be Oracle, named that came to Vatorian Empire to ferry us to Inara to see it. And she gave me this.
She reaches out tentatively, and the flames go out.
I'll put it on the ground, and you can take it that way if you'd rather.
Toss it there. She leans over and takes it. Says yes. Elwin, she motions to one of them. One of the
But it was supposed to take us to her ship, not here.
The other one, and the guy in the blue robe, the crazy sorcerer-looking dude. He does some magic over it, and he says, "Yes, it seems this one was tampered with too." This is most
I thought
distressing.
so.
He takes it and puts it in his bag.
Sure.
He says, "We found." Well, she says. He says, "We found another," and before he can say any more, the purple-haired woman, whose name you have not asked. She has not given it yet.
Which one was Finlow?
Finlow is the one in the green there.
Cool.
Sort of the ranger-looking one.
And then Elwin's
This is the one who's been talking to you.
Yeah.
Purple
She's
hair,
over here.
Elwin,
Yeah.
with the blue.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Elwin.
And then the other two we don't
the
know.
other two, yeah.
And that was, Finlow, and then the other one you haven't heard yet.
Yet.
Yes. She says...
No. There you go. shows them
Before
we're
he can
not.
finish what he's saying, you guys are just standing there like this. She goes, we can't trust these outsiders. They're probably they're working for the Shadow King, and we can't possibly trust them. If only the Oracle was here, we could divine their purpose.
And here is. Have we made it? Are we on?
Where were you trying to go?
I think to your land, to
Inara.
Inara. You were
here?
trying to come here.
We were supposed to, with the Elven ship,
to
with Annara herself.
Yeah, elves came to the human kingdom. They sent a boat for the first time in 2,000 years for us to attend the coronation, and there was like 100 of us that were supposed to come.
Is
Is this all due to you?
She stops for a moment and says,
Looking up.
and she's like, and she whispers something back to Finlow, in Elven. Do you understand? You speak Elven, but you don't know that, right?
I think that's what we
You can
deciphered.
you can
yes.
kind of understand her, like in a weird way. You get like every other
Where is
word.
the
It's
library?
a little. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? She's speaking, and she's like, "How are they here now? They weren't due for the coronation's not for another 9 days. What does this mean?"
Well, we're here because of the teleportation circle. I say back in common, not knowing that I understand Elvish.
And yeah, she kind of looks at you like, "Do you understood what I was saying?" And then she sort of thinks again and looks at you a little closer, and like you can see she's like kind of looking at your ears like randomly, like she's like.
I take off my hat. Doing. I see it now.
Yeah, your ears are like fairly human looking. Like they're not. You don't have big pointy ears
Yeah.
like elves. Like these guys are very obviously elves. Like they're slight of frame and sort of eternally youthful and all the things you expect when you hear about elves. So this is kind of news to you guys. And even you've studied. You've not seen that many elves other than the two you saw at the party last night.
I wasn't even at that party.
But
So
I wasn't even at that
there
party.
you go. This is the second time.
You were drinking with some dragonborns.
Double kidnapped, like you
Right.
said.
Almost
Well,
triple
fair enough,
kidnap.
yeah, so,
we'll see.
So it seems like they are starting to make me a couple of
May I-
checks here.
Yeah, may I try to make like an
Influence?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some influence. Like how much are they buying your story?
It's the truth, but I understand.
Yeah.
I'm using the die.
Using the fate die.
And yeah, since everybody is in
I shouldn't have used the fate die.
It's betrayed you already.
Oh no, that's not a 1. Thank God. It was a 7.
Oh, that's what I got too.
That's an 11
It is
total.
12. Yeah.
Add them together, and that's the score.
And then and I'll try to like just like gently into their minds, like we mean you no harm. We
As you're holding the
like I'm in a rope, right? I'm in a net. Like
Chugging those potions.
yeah,
Like,
go, these are delicious. Chomp, 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 chomp.
We're just glad to be out of the shadow place. That was bad.
Yeah,
this
that place
seems
sucks.
better. The spiders kind of sucked.
On this bridge, and we have no idea what we're doing here.
No. I just have kind of deduced that teleportation device was supposed to take us to her ship, but instead, like you just said, tampered with in some way and just took us straight here.
I thought I was gonna die. Fish people jumped onto our ship and started attacking all of the ships. We have no idea if
That's why we tried to jump ship
Yeah.
to the other ship.
You were attacked by sea devils? She sort of describes like the kind of fishy looking.
Yeah, that was them.
People.
If you cut me down, you can see the very obvious sea devil sword.
Elwin, like he conjures up like this little like minor cantrip version of like a little.
That's it. There was like
kind of
like
tough
this.
to. I don't. Yes, probably.
yeah, there's like 12 of them
He like floats it
on
up to you.
each ship. There's like 12 of them on each ship.
She says, "That is most distressing. That was not as the Oracle foretold, but
She did mention that I was in danger.
and she sort of looks at you and says, you must be the human magic user."
Yes, I use magic. Pretty adeptly, they say.
Interesting.
Did the Oracle talk about him? Can I put... Are we
You
good?
can put your head. And she says, "She's cut him down. I don't think these are spies
higher
of the
or-
Shadow
Thank
King."
you. Yeah, I don't even know who the Shadow King is.
We just got here.
She sort of shakes her head and says, "Inara, this is what you send us. Fantastic. Great." He says, "I think we can trust these outsiders as far as telling them where they are, because they seem to be well on their way to being spider food if we don't intervene. I am Lyra Starshadow. I am the leader of these companions, and this is our territory within what was once a beautiful place, but is now beset on all sides by our enemies. This is now the realm of the Shadow King. We are but a small outpost, keeping his forces at bay."
So is he taking over the entirety of the land? All of Inara?
Not all of it, thanks to
But he's
our efforts.
Trying to.
It seems that way. The Shadow King seems to outsmart us at every turn, and this is his worst, most offensive trick yet. It seems that our Oracle, Inara, has opened relations with the Central Continent, your empire, to bring you here, to gain allies for what she has foretold will be a great struggle. And she sort of looks at you and kind of waves her hand for a second and says, "She may have mentioned something about that to you." You know, she did on the...
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did,
Yep.
Yes. She did. I think... Go back and watch the footage. Roll the footage back. Let's see it. So she said... And so...
On the instant replay, we see.
Of course, of course.
So she introduces her her fellow freedom fighters. This is Thorin Moonwhisper, Elwin Silverleaf, and Finlow Swiftwind.
Great names.
Great names.
Great names, guys.
Yeah, all around, just real positive. These you can tell these are all like they're kind of wood elf. They're not like high elf, except maybe Lyra is sort of maybe a high elf. From what you have garnered in the stories and things, there's elves that have a strong connection to the forest and the land, and there's some that have more connection to like stars and
The stars at night.
and bright, deep in the heart of Inara. Yes, she says, what we have come to know is that the Oracle told us that there would be need for these the teleportation stone, and Finlow sort of holds it up. Elwin had it. Elwin holds it up, and these are ancient artifacts that they are paired. We've found but a shard of its mate. You're the one that was supposed to take you to her ship, the one that she possessed.
You found that?
We found a piece of it.
Where?
And he holds up. He says, at the entrance to the Shadow King's lair.
But nowhere near where you found us.
Nowhere near.
Were you the ones that found us? Did you see us on the beach?
I'm sorry?
Oh, maybe you didn't find us.
He says, this is you fell into our trap and we
Well, no,
found
we woke
you
up
here.
on a beach.
When we woke up,
Outside.
there were some ghostly figures that we thought we saw trail off,
And
but we couldn't.
there were footprints, and then they just disappeared when they got to the forest.
I can tell you that was none of my people.
Sounds like the Shadow King's people.
Maybe, but it doesn't sound like a nice guy.
It doesn't.
If you were on the shore outside the borders of the forest, the Shadow King holds no power there. But it would not surprise me if he had sent minions or something to come find you. But
Yeah, didn't.
I presume they would have killed you where you stood, were you unarmed?
I mean, we were unconscious.
Yeah, who knows for how many days?
We really don't
And then
know.
You were told to find the Oracle?
Is there more than one oracle? When you say let's go to find the oracle, bring them to the oracle, and then you met an oracle, or who was the
Going
maybe
to be,
going to be the oracle.
named as the Oracle.
So is there a metaphorical, we're all an oracle? Is there just one person that we're talking
Yeah,
about?
no, it's kind of, it's like, we're in Inara, we are Inara, like that kind of thing. Like we're all the Oracle. She said, no, it's not like that, you oaf. Absolutely not.
I'm new here.
Now, specifically,
Hey.
I believe I said something of, it's just like the Oracle said, we'll have to bring this to her attention. I didn't specifically say we're going to take you to her.
But if you could, that'd be great.
She's missing. I
That's
don't know
not
if that's
great.
come across. She is, we think, the best we can figure.
Is her name Inara? Or is this the previous Oracle? And Inara was going to be named in her
when the
name.
Oracle is coronated, they take on the mantle of and the name of Inara.
Oh,
They are
makes a lot of sense now.
they
there is
are
more than one.
the connection. There have been more than one. Shut up.
Shut up!
Yeah. So Inara is both a title. It's a name of where we live, the lands in which we live. It is the mantle of our leader.
So the one who left to go to the human kingdom.
Yes. That was our new to be
Appointed.
crowned.
How long ago did she leave?
Let's see, she left probably 10 days ago.
20 days?
Yeah. So it's a 10-day journey across the ocean. This out of
10-day
she's not saying this. You know that. 10 days. They were there for about 3 or 4 days as people were like making their way.
Okay, yeah.
And then it would have been another.
So let's
then
call
there
it
was a big
14
party.
days there, and then we left on like the 5th. So ipso facto, math wasn't my strong subject in wizard school. I think we were unconscious for 4 to 5 days on that beach.
Or Inara just has a few more days left on her ship before she gets here. The big golden gilded ship. Is that right?
Her ship is not due to arrive for another.
I suppose that's
Right.
true.
If they
too.
left, and you're telling us that you left on the appointed day. And then,
Yeah, all was well when we left.
you were unconscious for several hours. Like you were the evening.
Okay.
Like,
You got a
so
little
math
wrong.
wise, I said about 10 days ago. Like so, it's like
No, so my
Really,
I
like
know,
2
but my
weeks.
my thing is that we've been out for that long.
no, you have only been out for. They'll help you clarify this, is like because they
Will
know
they?
when the ships are supposed to arrive, which is 10 days from your departure day. It was the middle of the night when they attacked you. You woke up on the shore the next morning.
So it was instantaneous.
The teleportation. Was
Teleportation.
Yeah,
Instantaneous.
it was instantaneous, and you were probably unconscious because of whatever happened. You
Yeah,
don't know,
the tampering of it.
but what they've been able to piece together in this past several hours that you've been, Lyra says, we've been since the morning. We felt a teleport magic resonance that we have not seen in this part of the forest. It should have taken far more energy to transport that great of a distance than those stones were supposed to be able to have. So much so it shattered the stone that Inara had and her retinue. I assume her compatriot was with her. But we fear that they have been transported directly into the lair of the Shadow King. And he now has her held prisoner.
Oh, I see.
Something
They tried to use the teleportation.
something
just like
interfered
we did.
with the use of those stones.
Oh, that's how you got the shard.
And were you holding up a shard just now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they found one piece of it. Like
That's
it
what I didn't
shattered.
understand. Is like, how do they have that?
Is
But
it just a shard of the disc of the teleportation
Yeah,
disc,
it
or
looks
does
like
it
a
look
piece
like
of
anything
a
else?
stone, very
Okay.
similar to what Tony has,
Okay.
or what Ravi has, because now Elwin has it. He's like, I'm gonna
Oh,
keep
well, let me
this.
erase that off my character sheet.
So, if I may,
Please.
you are 4 freedom fighters.
Yes.
The Shadow King is
Not great.
responsible for all that, and I point to like the creepy haunted forest over there.
Yes, that's him.
And you think your Oracle / God?
No, not a god. She
After-
is the most wise and
After more information from that and how it's more of a namesake and a title,
Okay.
kind of dispels that notion.
Well, because there's only one true God. We all know that. And the
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, Vortor. You know Vortor, of course.
Vortor.
Praise him.
Yes, praise him.
Pockets hits up there he sits.
You
Vortor?
mainlanders are so weird.
Nothing. We have a long conversation. Anyway, I could tell you about the true God,
Certainly.
But,
I would love to hear of your ways.
but it seems like are there more of your freedom fighters? Are you the last 4 fighting against the Shadow King? Is
There
this-
are pockets of resistance throughout.
Okay.
We are the furthest inland into the Shadow King's territory.
Oh, so you're on the front. We're on the front lines.
Yes, that's how we
We literally traveled through them.
we
Through
are
the
the
Shadow King.
closest to where this magical resonance was detected this morning or last night, I guess.
And where was
So-
the coronation supposed to happen?
In Gold Point, in the capital city.
Which you still hold?
Yes, the Shadow King's borders do not extend beyond this forest. There is over half of Inara that is still
That way.
Yes, north. She points north,
That
directly up, just right above us. It's in a weird
know what? I
shadow
just
realm.
let it go.
Crazy.
Pocket dimension.
And how much of your land has the Shadow King claimed, and how long has that been going on?
The Shadow King has been a problem for our people for several decades now, which seems like the war just began, but it has been by no small loss of life and force to keep us to keep his borders at bay. The forest itself works against us and grows ever forward, ever north.
What prompted the Oracle to seek outsider help? There must have been an inciting incident.
She had a vision of a great conflict to come. This Shadow King, this imposter, is part of that plan, but I know not more than the Oracle has foretold. But allies were needed, and she, in her wisdom, in her eternal wisdom, and with the luck of Inara behind her, thought it the time to reestablish contact beyond the storm wall.
And what is it that the Shadow King wants?
Or do we know yet? Do you know yet?
No one truly knows what the Shadow King does. We know that he moves against the Elven people and has taken many of my brothers and sisters and fellow elves into his service. But when they fall prey to his machinations, they do not retain their true selves. And she sort of makes for what an elf would be like, sad, reflective, almost a cry, but like very like somber and like
The
weird,
the single
like
fear.
weird runway model cry. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like sort of a fainty sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, she says we can only assume that there is the Shadow King has possession of the Oracle and is hoping to interrupt the coronation and the ceremony and this joining of forces with the Vortorian Empire, as you are wont to call yourselves, from what I am understanding.
That is correct.
Why you are here 9 days early is still a bit of a mystery.
I think
But we
it's
will take the help we can get.
by the graces of Vortor. His light is sworn to defeat the shadows and the darkness, and now we have 9 days to keep you on schedule for your coronation.
Inara's luck seemed to help us too.
Certainly seemed that way when we met, but
I find that more believable until I learn more of your Vortor.
fourscore the Vortor.
Yeah.
Fourscore and Vortor to go.
The torpor of Vortor.
Yes,
I will
excellent.
tell them all.
So she says, let us not linger here at the edge of the camp for much longer before those spiders decide to come back. Let's take them to camp. Finlow, lead the way.
Should we leave the bread
box?
and the liquids here?
She sort of looks up at you guys like, seems like you could use them. Finlow? And he sort of like backflips up there and like cuts it down, brings you the box.
Oh.
Do I recognize the color of the liquid of the potions or anything from just the alchemy shop that my parents would have run? Pretty
Yeah,
low level.
these are like health potions. Like you would probably know, like there's healing salves and potions and things that exist that humans have magic for. These are just like very seem to be a little concentrated, like more than what you're used to seeing. Like just like this is a stronger, more pure brew of what you guys know how to make. And this definitely has some magical energy to it as well. Like it's a magical type healing potion, is where a lot of like yours is based in medicinal and herbs and things like that. And this and imbued with a little bit of magic, as people sort of have a tendency to sort of like, be able to make.
I take one.
better.
For science.
Yes, you each have a healing.
yeah, sure, you're right.
Yeah, so there are 6 healing potions. In that.
I take one.
There's
For
only 4.
science.
Look. Great. You heal whatever the basic healing potion in this game
Then we
does.
all
I
get
think it's
2
2 hit points back, right?
healing potions.
Yeah.
I want to note how I feel and how much different it feels from a human healing.
Yeah, you were like
potion.
taking notes. It sort of like
Can I get half
taking
of
a hit of some really good whiskey. Like it just you tingle all over for a second, and you feel warm on the inside, and then you just take a deep breath, and you feel better. It's normally like
I do feel better, but it's about
not
the
like
same
taking
amount as back
Robitussin.
in the Vortorian Empire.
Yeah. What is how much? I think there's a thing in there. Adventuring supplies. Hotlink,
Oh,
go.
man.
Nope, just kidding.
Should I take one now?
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah,
doing
if you need to heal up, you can. You will also get a long rest if you stay the night. They have offered you.
I'm just gonna do that.
For science.
You're cool, man.
For science. Great.
What did it taste like?
Kind of like whiskey.
Huh.
I know I seem young, but I have tasted whiskey before.
Yeah, dude, you were in college. Whatever, man.
Yeah, you're fine.
You don't have to.
Healing potion levels.
We should
yeah, so these are
we
2
should
hit
play
point.
this really big game where we catapult balls across the room.
Yeah.
So first
Get 'em
level,
into, like, little cups.
Try
these
to
are
get them in like the smallest cups.
These are first level healing spells, healing potions. They'll do 2 hit points back.
Sick. So do we have 4 now? Did you drink one?
Ravi, no. Julius, hold on. Where is Julius?
Okay, that's enough. You're cut off. No more.
Yeah, no more
No
whiskey.
more healing
like
potions
whiskey.
No more
for you.
delicious
It is like whiskey.
elf
So
whiskey.
you did drink one.
It's
I
really
did. I
thick.
guess I
It's
did
kinda
drink one.
syrupy.
I guess I did drink one.
You're
it
like,
turns out.
little punch drunk with it. You're like, oh, this is good.
Ours is just like
Right, no, we
berries
don't
and
need these,
tea
do
and
we?
stuff.
No, we're not
No,
in
this is
combat
much better.
yet.
So I think you have one and I have one,
Great.
and Julius has two.
So they take you back to.
Because we had
Sure.
6.
They take you back to the Oracle, and not to the Oracle, to the camp
Okay.
of the where they are sort of situated, and you're done. You got her back.
Oh,
Great.
sweet. Did we get a level? Did we get any
Nice.
treasure?
No.
Aw.
We don't know how to level. We don't know how to level in this system yet, so we're done with those.
You don't get levels until I figure out how that works. So that's bullshit.
They haven't been invented yet.
You think 2 spiders and a swagan is going to be enough to level you
No,
all
I think
up?
rescuing the Oracle,
Yes, rescuing the Oracle will get you a
which
level.
you said we did.
Hello, PeakD&D. This is episode 40. We're still on level 1.
Swear to God,
We're still waiting for that Kickstarter to come out. See what level 3 looks like.
Got a good feeling about it, though.
Got a good feeling about level 3, baby. It's 2027. I'm just kidding.
Apology video.
We are, yeah, it'll be exciting to see how all this stuff comes out. We're supposed to get some of the early release
we'll be fine.
thing. We'll see how it'll be fine. Great.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, so they have,
go to Elfcamp.
yeah, you go to Elfcamp. It is sort of built up into these trees, and you can see that they have like carved back the black mold into the true, like, you know, light white-ish bark of these trees. They've built themselves a little like treehouse city, sort of with walkways around some of them, and bridges that connect several different like houses and things sort of built into
Ewok
village.
Shit, yeah.
It's an Ewok village.
Great. Chewbacca tree. Yeah, we got to Endor.
Yeah, so they have
Taller,
like 2 or
less
3.
hairy.
Yeah, taller and less hairy. And,
Sure.
Like Avatar.
like totally
Land.
hot,
Yeah.
like crazy elves. So yeah. So they
Forgot what that was called.
sort of
Endor.
bring out a map of sort of the forest, and they show you sort of kind of where
The fact
they
that you
are.
can map this out is incredible.
Yeah, I mean they have all kinds of crazy magics and stuff like that. But also cartography. So they're like surveyors.
Pencils.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, how you guys do it?
These elves are crazy.
Cartography skills are on point.
Great. And just checking our time. Great. So the elves give you some quarters that you can sleep in that evening. It is probably about,
Where's the arcade at?
when you guys left this morning and wanted to, it's probably like midday, like on towards evening at this point. And yeah, they sort of show you that there's a couple of places marked on the map in this map of the forest that sort of have some various trails and things that they use to sort of navigate through the shadow forest. And you can see where their camp is marked. They're sort of this northern border of the forest that has a lot of heavy defenses marked and things like that, where there's a lot more elven resistance. And then there's sort of these like forward scouting positions that are almost boxed in. Like they have a little bit of mobility, but there's sort of they can't get back to the main line of the elven people without several days journey and probably a lot of dangerous activity. But you do notice there is an entrance, a little mark on the map that is an entrance to a cave that seems to be where a lot of the Shadow King's forces come from, and a lot of those incursion forces that sort of harry them on their scouting missions and things like that.
Have you ever just thought of like a big rock?
Just cover it up. Yeah, she says it's an old ruin. That there's this old. It's called Delas is what it's called. It's this ruined city that used to be a big library, and it was at one point it was a magical center of learning
Intriguing.
in Inara, but it was in the middle of this forest. And now that the Shadow King has sort of set up his quarters there, like he's taken up residence in this now subterranean, like merged library. that the forest had just sort of overgrown in the past. It's probably been underground for a while, but it's this big ruined city that's now covered by forest. So that's where they point out they say they found the shard there, and the magical Elven, one of their sort of their magical expert in the group, says that's where the centralized magic aura came from when there was that incursion, when that magic went wrong and it showed up in
By
there.
the cave? Or
Yeah.
in the cave?
Yeah. So they
And that's why we believe that the Oracle Inara is being held there, close to there.
yes, that
She used her-
seems to be like
She used her
they-
teleportation circle, but it teleported her directly.
Well,
into-
you used the teleportation circle, and it activated the magic and shot you guys.
And it
You sort
also
of got
might
to
have
a
shot
random place.
Inara at the same time.
Yeah, those two stones were connected. And Elowin tells you, and he says, yes, well, those
Oh.
stones were connected. So when one of them was activated, they both triggered
Oh.
whatever trapped magic was
Great.
imbued in them.
It's better
So
news than
you
what I
did
was.
this.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Finlow's like,
The
you
chosen
did this,
one."
you son of a...
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. You gotta fight the elves now.
No. No,
But that's better news than what I was thinking. I thought that maybe the Oracle Inara was escaping the ships. So it's very possible that the Paladins won and that those ships are still on their way and that we haven't lost the entire delegation of ships that were headed this way.
Possible, but if Inara and the Elven ship are not there to help them guide through the storm wall, that's not a great situation.
Also,
But the Elven ship might still be there, but Inara would not.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
well, we can just hang out for
Theoretically,
9 days and see what happens.
We wait.
We sleep for 9 days.
Sleep, just hang out in the tree forest. Just hang out with the Ewoks, man. It's totally
dude.
cool.
Is there a feast?
There could be. Very well could be.
No, like, right? That's how it works. In Skyrim, I just, like, hit the bed and just sleep for 24 hours. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So 9 days?
It's
Cool.
exactly like Skyrim.
all right, cool.
But we just fast travel.
We just fast travel. Yeah, so
we
they
did just fast travel.
so they're going to let you guys rest up, and then they're going to they have asked you to join them in rescuing the Oracle, and they have.
I mean,
Do
I
you guys
feel like
wanna
it's
think
kind
about
of
that?
my
What are you doing?
fault. So I'm also very intrigued by the library that he's taking up residence. So if we can reclaim that, maybe there's some lost knowledge there.
Clearly, this is Vortor's will.
I'm with you, Ravi. And
Indeed.
I also just like tug
Unless
up-
there's spiders, and then I'm out.
and then I run.
The second a big spider comes out, I'm out of here.
I was
But
leading
I'm gonna
the
go
charge.
through them.
I was leading
I'm
the
gonna go
charge.
forward. I'm not gonna leave back. I'm gonna leave forward.
I'm leading the charge.
Yes, perfect. All right, so you guys, everyone gets a long rest, so we get to figure out how that works.
I think we just get our
Tune in
Is
next
anyone
week
doing
until we figure
that
out how that works. No.
Well, I do
We have a
have.
little more time.
No, we do. I'm just.
Are we shacked up together? Is there
Yes.
privacy? Oh, okay.
You guys have I mean you have like decent, you're not like bunk to bunk. You have a room
Yeah.
so you can have some privacy if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know
Just
what you want to do in
close
private. but-
close the leave doors.
Yeah, you
Well,
have a
my-
leaf
the leaf
door. But
You
yeah,
just clap and then they close.
yeah. So anything else you guys want to do tonight? You can talk with any of the other elves. They don't really seem to sleep that much, but they're they're like hanging out and meditating and
So we have one rest point, because you get one rest point per level.
Cool.
So we have one. And
We have so many pools of points that we have to use.
there are many pools of points. Very point.
I got mana points. I got DRP. I got
Regain HP equal to your
PDR.
might or agility, whichever is higher,
Sick.
plus an additional 2 HP per rest point spent.
So we don't have to spend a rest point.
No, but you don't get any of your hit points. That's the only way to get hit points back.
You have to spend one.
To get
Yeah.
hit
Oh,
points
so you get
back.
2 plus 2. You don't just get the 2.
2 plus
as
whatever
agility.
your highest score is.
by
Gotcha.
spending your rest point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I spend my rest point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that night I'd be interested just to talk to Julius a little bit and find out what were
Yeah.
you doing on this ship? You know, like just if we have some downtime. You know, like
Yeah, you guys are heading to
what was
the-
your
Certainly.
the-
Mess hall.
The subterranean library tomorrow.
yeah? What was
Oh,
Julius?
just right in there. Okay.
Just right, right away.
Well, I was
What
one
was
of
your
the
ticket on the ship?
representatives from the church. My family has been in part of the church. I grew up in the church. It's what I do. My brother preaches. My father was a preacher. I mean, his dad is all the way up there. And so, yeah, I got sent here as an emissary of the church. That's how the Dragon Paladins were, like, supposed to be here.
Oh,
to
they were
help
your
us
escorts.
yeah, they were my bodyguard.
Gotcha.
I
mean, they did
guess.
a pretty decent job.
They were cool.
Equal jobs that the bodyguards did.
They were
I wish I
equal.
could take one of them with us on the teleportation.
Me too.
It's kind of weird though because like
They're way better at their job than I am.
yeah, but like I couldn't use mind powers or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm
we
very
were
curious
trying
about
to
that, how you're able to do
figure
those things.
that out. You and me both, man. I don't know. As soon as we got off the continent,
Flavor is definitely psionics. I'm just curious. Yeah, you don't seem to have much
psionics. I mean, I guess that would make
hold over them. You don't have a lot of.
sense. It's kind of new, man. This happened like 9 hours ago.
Yeah. Fair.
Are you still glowing?
Cut me some slack. No, but that's what I was doing. I was trying to figure out how to be my own reading light when you came to find me. As I was like reading my mom's
Like ET.
my
Like
mom's book. Yeah, no, exactly.
Little
Trying to, like, maybe off
flashlight
the
mode.
nose, maybe just to like give a
Yeah.
better. But yeah, no, I was sitting there just like, and when you see me, like I just like close this book, and just really perplexed and confused, and kind of distracted. Like my mom gave me this really weird book that I don't know what to make of, and now I have mind powers and I glow, and it's all kind of a lot.
For day one. This is a lot.
day one.
Why were you on the boat?
I was hired to be Ravi's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh,
My dad hired him.
yeah,
Dad's kind of pretty well connected in the
Huh.
city.
okay.
So,
And you met Annara. Are there any elves around, or is this just us like hanging
You guys
out,
are in your
shooting
own
shit?
private sort of
Yeah.
tree house.
So, like,
your own
you said-
Ewok hut.
Oh,
You're
cool.
fine.
Adorable.
Yeah, they gave you one of the extra ones.
But you said that like luck with
Finlow
weird...
and Lyra are like, they're hooking up. This was Finlow's
Hey,
other
Oh,
sorry,
hold
man.
on. Okay.
But you
love
said
triangle question mark?
swingers.
I mean, yeah.
But you said that you
we are
met
sworn to each other, and we
that
They go on
Annara,
for hours.
Like she stopped. Like weird stuff happened. She stopped
Yeah, so
time, or
I don't know. So my dad, he threw a huge like party, like the who's who of
Jorva.
Jorba.
I'm surprised you weren't there.
dude. I'm surprised I could stand. Those dragon paladins had me out on the town.
Oh, okay, that's where you were.
Dragar.
Why were any dragon paladins at the?
No, they
No.
weren't there.
I guess we don't really go to church, just on Christmas, just on Vortor Day.
Some of those. That's okay. Vortor's light and heart is big enough for all types and kinds.
I tend to agree, but I think magic has its own spin in that realm as well. I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Well, of course not. By the light of Vortor and his
So-
graces, we have all of these things.
Yeah, there's-
Mind
there's- there's-
powers. And,
Yeah, there's a lot of mixture in the two. So,
yeah, it's all.
do I believe like you do? No, but I don't denounce it, if that makes sense. Anyways, my dad threw a huge party, landing party for the emissaries. We had no idea that they were Elven until they showed up. And my dad wanted me to meet them, so he came over and ushered me over, and all of a sudden Annara was like, pulled me in really close and said that I was in danger and that I need to get out of here. And then she kind of like laughed it off. And then she went into like onto the balcony, but that's what crazy stuff happened, because it's a party, right? People were going in and out of the balcony all night long. The second she went out, all of a sudden, just like no one needed to go outside anymore. So then because I was keeping my eye on her, because I was like, I want to know more. Like, why am I in danger? If I can get like a moment alone or whatever to get a little more clarification. So I kind of saw, and no one saw me go outside, as far as I know, to the balcony. And when I was out there, there was just a feeling. It wasn't magic. It was just a feeling of everything was like in the right place at the right time, leaving space for me and her to converse without anyone coming. It was weird.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Strange.
But then I started thinking, and like the old gods, I know Votor has saved us or saved the kingdom now, but all the old gods, I've certainly done a little bit of, not studying per se, but just of my own research, just to, it's always good to know, have that knowledge of what was and could be again if possible, or, take a little bits from here and there to learn and how to produce magic. But Annara is one of them, and she governed over various different things, but luck was the biggest one. So it kind of felt like once I put those two together that like luck was on our side, that we were able to have that space.
So it's more than just a title.
I think it is.
Something else is going on.
Something, yes. Old magic-y and old religion is kind of happening, but I'm not really sure how or why.
Don't
Or
the
if
elves
the-
just have that magic?
I don't know, really. I don't know if they just have something like that, but that's the thing, is if the elves had the magic, then there would be others that would be able to do that. But it was certainly not here.
Certainly the legends would have you believe that elves are like intrinsically magical.
That's what I would, yeah.
Yes, but this was different. This wasn't magic. This was like a presence, an ambience.
But now we are acting as the emissaries of Votor, of the light, to cleanse the darkness of the Shadow King and rescue the
It certainly seems that is a
Elf.
path forward.
person.
Elf person oracle. Yep.
God, maybe. Seems weird to say.
God? Question mark.
Sexy goblin? Question mark?
Okay.
Excellent.
If at the end of all of this conversation, which I've just trailed off a little bit, just like, cool, that's great. And,
Not a scholar.
Reading a book.
All
He's
right.
like, sorry, magazine. You guys have any like word searches or something? I don't know.
Ooh, highlights for kids.
if there was like a
Place
light,
Matt,
a moment of privacy, and maybe some sort of candlelight, I'd love to. No,
Finger
privacy. I would
You
not
have
have asked.
regular lamps, like really cool elven fucking lanterns
Like
and stuff
fireflies
with like
and stuff.
magical bugs and stuff.
I'm looking for something. I'm looking for a moment alone, and if I can find that, I'd maybe hold that letter up to the light to see if I could see anything.
Oh God, it's on fire.
Not that close, but I'm
okay.
trying to look through the letter. I'm not opening it yet, but I'm intrigued at what these very powerful, rich and powerful people might be
What letter do you
doing.
have again?
Nothing that you know about, but
True,
it's the letter
but-
from your dad to you
Oh, that's right.
that I'm
Yeah.
supposed to give you
as soon as
right now.
possible.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
But he hasn't, because
12 hours ago, I was supposed to have that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You're right.
But only a
is
few
correct.
hours ago did I learn that's the moment I should have given it to you.
So you're sort of reading it through the light.
True.
If I can.
You can see. Make me. Let's do.
Cartography.
How about an investigation? That seems like a good application here.
14 plus
suss it out through the-
15 total.
Yeah. So it's in an envelope that is sealed with his with the Otmar seal, family
O.
crest or whatever. Just a big O. It's just a ring. It's very easy to forge. No, it's like his
Noted.
family
Yeah,
ring
yeah,
and a
yeah,
big crest and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Very rather intricate and probably finely detailed, more than the average person's would be.
Yes.
You can make out a couple of words here and there, like because it's overlaid through an envelope. It's blurry. Definitely, you can see like where it starts because the top of the letter is here. You see the word Janaway, which is your captain's name. You see
Sorry to make you write the letter.
code. No, I'm just looking through the letter and seeing what is important that you can read.
Code.
You see, secret, like code is the word. The phrase "blood of Otmar." You can pick that out.
That's probably fine.
Not ominous at all. I love that none of these trigger him to give you this letter. Like secret code.
If anything,
blood
it's
of
triggering me to
Otmar.
open it myself right now. If anything, but I'm not.
Prophecy fulfilled.
Wow, you're getting a lot of information.
You just hold it. You gotta hold it different. It's the selfish light.
Sexy goblin? Question mark.
Sexy goblin. And you can read the last line because it's sort of like hanging down on the back side of the letter. And it says, you can just read the last line. It says, sacred duty for the greater good of our world.
Okay.
All my
Seems the
love.
writing is on the wall.
All my love, Dadarian Otmar.
Papa.
Papa.
Yeah, we said his name was Dad, so it's Dadarian is his
I
actual
like
full
it.
name.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dadarian.
I always call them Pops.
Otmar.
Okay.
Dad Otmar was his name.
I like that.
Great. That's what you can glean from the letter.
Okay. I certainly have a distrust of all this like power and money and I mean the like blood of Otmar and prophecies fulfilled had me peaked. The greater good has me, back. I've come back down a little bit.
We'll see about that.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And that's it. I'll put it back in my.
All right. Great. Well, with these suspicions aroused, perhaps, or at least questioning who you might be employed by, and
By your
you
hand.
two's talking about the very nature of magic and things in this
Yeah.
elven land you've never been to.
Yeah, what did you say? I'm a scion? What did you say?
Psionics is a school of magic that isn't really practiced too much.
Huh.
But I've been intrigued because,
Huh.
it messes with the mind, and elves are tendency not to be messed. Their mind is harder to be messed with, like charm and sleep and stuff.
Huh.
So the last few days I was kind of looking up psionics to see what differences
Weird.
would be gleaned from, or any notions from that.
Huh.
But it seems like, it's very mental energy. It's mental magic energy. So that's seemingly what you're demonstrating.
Good to know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with all of these things on your mind, you find your way to sleep at some point in the night, completely undisturbed by dreams.
Like eerily so.
Everything's perfectly fine here in this dark, dank, shadowy forest.
Why is there an asterisk?
Yeah. These words are in italics? That's weird.
Yeah.
Can we see the footnotes, please?
Can we see the footnotes? In the middle of the night, I need Orrin to make me an awareness check.
We went low and then we went high.
We're good.
21.
21? Great. You feel there's a slight pulse from the jewel on your chest, and it sort of wakes you up in the middle of the night, and that's what we were checking for to see if you noticed that. You wake up, and you find the moonlight has pierced through the canopy here in the in this part of the forest, and so there's sort of like a loose thatch roof. So there's some moonlight pouring in, and you can see enough. It's the middle of the night. Ravi, fast asleep. You wake up, and you look around, and Julius isn't there.